my new bat sets, but
Yeah.
so there might like be too many. Is there like any? Are you fine with that, or do you want me like only watch like one or two from?
Tell me the first one you want to watch. It will typically we will typically only watch 2 to 3 games, depending on how many there are. So just I have all the games here. I should like screen.
Alright.
I have your games here. Any of these that look good, just yell at me and now we can watch those.
I'll just have a quick look through my
Oh, these
files
are
because this was a while back ago. So
yeah. If you want to send any earlier stuff, that's fine as well.
yeah. I guess we could just do the sets against Trish. Yeah.
Cool. I have a bit of understanding of that matchup.
Because I have no idea what to do against those characters.
Really a double. Do you remember what assists you played?
Which character did I play? I think I did Hairball and M Bomber. I usually do that, and if it's not, or L Bomber, I can check right now.
It's okay. We can just watch the video and though.
Yeah.
I'll just watch the first match without really saying anything, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Just because I haven't really seen you play ever.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
Cool. So, what do you think about that game?
It was like probably one of my better games against Trish usually.
Mhm.
Usually I get like 2 or like I only get like 1 character off of her, but like I think my biggest problem is just like trying to like know what to do on defense against like big band and how to like put pressure.
Okay. Cool. Always forget that. Anyway, okay, so putting pressure on is a bit of an issue, you think, and You don't know what to do against Big Band, like when Big Band is like playing, right? Like not against the assist, right?
So like Beowulf, like, because I hear, like his setups, his Oki. I don't know what to do against that.
Okay. Cool. So, I mean, we didn't really see too much of it here, but I think based on that game, the main thing we got to look at are when to call assists and like call assists. When to actually go for pressure, what pressure actually looks, and I think that's the main two things. So based on that, I saw that you were playing Light Bomber.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Cool. So this is basically this round over here, and I'll use green to show you and red to show Trish or the opponent. Okay.
Yeah.
So at round start in skullgirls is really important because properly winning round start is incredibly strong. Like if you just win from round start, you can kill a character and then just garbage, right? The main advantage you have here is that you're 2v3. So 2v3 means you get like a bunch more damage the opponent. Like yeah, your damage ratio is higher. So it's easier for you to kill one character from them because it's part of their total health bar. It's a bit weird to think about, but basically like duos, trios, and solos essentially all have the same like total hit points. But because in a trio it's split across 3 parts, each individual part is smaller than the other one, right? Does that make sense?
Hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did I cut out?
Yeah, so I'll just repeat what I said. Basically, you know how like trios, duos, and solos all essentially had the same number of hit points.
Yeah.
Right, like total between all the life bars that they have. But because in a trio life bar it's cut down between a third, it's got each individual third is going to be smaller than like the other like, parts would be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, and because duos do more damage to trios, you can essentially at least 3 touch, if not 2 touch, very reliably with you can probably 2 touch. I don't know many setups off the top of my head, but you probably can some. And you have a combo DHC with double, so it should be pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
But the main thing is how's that relate to everything that I've said so far is basically you need to win round start to be able to do stuff. The main thing that Beowulf can do at round start is crouching K punch, which sort of hits around this area, and then if it hits, it leads to a full combo, and basically, but Beowulf crouch K punch actually loses to Philia dashing back at round start. So if you immediately do the backdash, like a grounded backdash, not an aerial backdash. Aerial backdash, I don't know if it's quick cut off or not. But ground backdash will always get away. Oh, sorry. From crouching a heat punch at round start. The main thing I like doing in this matchup is always crouch a heat punch. Always get around the crouch a heat punch by backdashing. The main thing I look for is that once I do that, I think about what are the assists that what the opponent has available, and what I have that's available. Because the opponent has H bomber over here and H train over here, they actually don't have very good assists to counter call against you, because you have an invincible assist. So you kind of wanna you have the assist like advantage here. Their assists do a ton of damage and hit really far away, but your assist is actually invincible. So especially if you can stop them from stuffing the startup or your assist, you have a really strong defensive counter that they do not have. And that's with Philia point. This comes up in double point because you don't have that particle. I think we'll talk about it when it comes. So basically, the main thing you gotta think about is like when can you go in, and when like what your assists let you do, and things like that. So the main thing you have here is you have Light Bomber here. Light Bomber is 2 hits. It's invincible, and yeah, that's the main 2 things about it. So it doesn't really go as far as Medium Bomber for it. Medium Bomber you can call at like this sort of range, like by itself, and if they don't stuff it, they get locked down for 3 hits, and then you can go. Light Bomber sort of Medium Bomber hits around this area basically. Light Bomber is more like this area basically. So it's easier for them to jump around it and stuff like that. So what you want to do is get them to block something from you, and then call Light Bomber, and then you'll get more pressure. That's the basic fundamentals of calling that assist. I've espoused a bunch of theory. Let me know if any of that.
Yeah, everything's good.
Cool. Go into the map here. So you do the backdash. That's good. You don't see anything, so you just kind of go in with a hairball like this. This is the thing where I talked about if you can stop the opponent from stuffing the startup of the assist, then you can do things, because this is not what happened here. That.
Yeah.
Right? What you did is this. You sort of do this, which doesn't really hit anything. And then now you try to call the assist at the same time. I probably would try to do more IAD jump light punch or IAD jump medium. They're probably better pokes to like hit the far away. I don't recommend doing hairball personally, but that's sort of my style. And I would recommend not really doing too much of it. But this ends up working out, and you get this. If you confirm this, you would have got pretty good damage here. Still, but like you don't hit confirm it. That's alright. It's not. If you this, like, I would instead, like, not instead actually. The thing is, you're like heavily relying on this one option only, and if you want to do pressure, that's not the way, right? What you want to use is you want to use multiple ways to get in the frame. You want to use more dash and pokes and more IAD stuff, because airball is like just a mid. It's not like a high or anything.
Yeah.
So what you can do more is like more IAD jump light punch, which will hit from far away, high, or dash up low, which will catch them or up back. Trish is up back or so you got to be careful of that, and especially because Trish doesn't have any defensive assists, so you can really go ham in situations where frame advantage neutral, but you're actionable before. Yep. If you pay close attention to that, you're pretty chill. It doesn't matter anyway, you get this. You actually do this combo, which is good. You know how I talked about the crouch medium punch stuff being really hard? If you get this specific kind of hit, I'll show you. If you get this height of a hit, where
yeah.
Oh, that one. Back. Okay. Basically, if you get this sort of a hit, you'll always get the crouch medium. I'm deliberating on it, but it's not really that important. Usually you get I don't know if you can see my mouse or not, but usually people get like this hit of the jumping heavy kick, and then it's like really hard to get. If you get this hit to hit the opponent, then it's pretty easy.
Alright, yeah, gotcha.
Because basically, like, they're flying high up to be hit by this hit place. So getting the crouch medium punch is fairly easy. I've been labbing it more, and I can do it pretty consistently. And it's like, it's the way to combo Beowulf. Beowulf and Double are really hard to combo. Also, pretty happy that you be able to do this on them. I've had a lot of trouble with it. But whatever. The main thing is that, like, instead of here, what you could do is immediately IAD jump light punch. And you see that Trish is blocking low, you would have caught Trish with IAD jump. That's another way to sort of approach. And because your assist is on cooldown, right here, you can't really use assist to extend pressure. There's also something to say about just waiting it out and like looking for a better opportunity to go in when you're assist. Another benefit of using normals to go in is that when you're doing a special, your assist is locked out. Like you can't do an assist in the middle of your special.
Yep.
Right? So you can, however, call an assist in the middle of your normal. So you can call the assist whenever. Except for when you're in special orders. Or in a super jump. So you could like IED, jump light punch, jump light kick. If it like, assume your assist is like not on cooldown or something. But if you got blocked, you could then call your assist. And then make them block the invincible assist, which is also gonna lock them down for a bit. Then you can. There's stuff like that to sort of build in.
Yeah.
For effective rush. But yeah, whatever. You get this hit anyway. Get this combo. This. I'm guessing that's meant to be the cross up thing. It doesn't work on Beowulf to the best of my knowledge, so I wouldn't try it.
Yeah.
I don't actually know how to do this on Beowulf off the top of my head. Like, I don't know if you can cross under here or not. There's probably some way to do it, but I don't think this is the one.
Yep.
Do this, which is good. I'm guessing you. You up back and call assist. You don't need to up back here because you up back. It's harder for you to get pressure immediately after blocking the here. Oh, you try to stick dash, air dash? No button dashing?
I usually sorry, what'd you say again?
Oh, you don't do the button dash for the
No,
punches?
because I use keyboard, so I just find it's easier to just tap a key twice than button dash.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have 4 macros on if you play keyboard, you know, that. You have the macro 1, macro 2, and you have right stick assist. And you're playing duo, so.
I tried putting like dash on shift, but it doesn't feel right for me.
On shift, you play WASD.
No, I play the hitbox layout basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh okay. Then in that case, you can probably put one of your macros on the right side and just... I would recommend it. I think there's a lot of benefit to using button dashing that isn't just ease of use. I think that like being able to react with one button to dash instead of doing stick it double.
Yeah.
Very, very valuable. And I that's the biggest reason I would say probably use a button dash if you can. But again, I mean, if you don't want to do it, like people get around.
Yeah, yeah.
The relatively minor optimization, but it does help with like if you want to react quickly with like a dash. Like reacting with a button dash is a lot easier than reacting with forward, but up to you.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't go for this cross up really. I would probably go for a high low here. A benefit to doing the cross up though is that Beowulf right now has the chair on. Beowulf's chair toss is strike invincible for like a bajillion frames. But if you do the cross up, it actually just beats that straight up. Like it doesn't hit like a cross up. Can be doing that, but I mean if you mess it up, it doesn't. And it's the slowest option to use.
Yeah.
Cross up is like not very fast. Also because you did the what do you call it? You did up back and call pressure there. So if you're gonna call assist like that, you either want to stand block or crouch block, which is unintuitive because people usually tell you to up back in situations. But if you can call your assist and you be on the ground in the first place, or like as well, it'll help you get pressure off your assist a little bit. But you messed the thing up and wow, what a... This is actually like a punish here. You actually can... This one, you block it in the air.
Yeah.
You already recovered here. And Trish is in recovery. And now you can go for the thing. You can poke a button in the middle like so quickly.
Yeah, I just like don't usually, cause like when I just think of like air attacks, usually like because they're usually like minus on like the wiki, because like you can if you land before like the whole thing comes out,
Yeah.
it's usually like plus. So I just like try not to punish it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's generally true. But here very specifically, one, this move specifically, like the air blitzer, the last air blitzer is always way more punishable than the rest.
Okay.
So whenever they do either when they are on the ground, they can do 3 blitzers, and when in the air, they can do 2 blitzers. Except for if they have hype, in which case they can spend more hype, each hype on each or whatever. But
Yeah.
whatever, who cares?
Yeah.
Right now Trish doesn't have any hype anyway, so who really cares? But one, because you blocked it in the air and then you landed on the ground, and two, because you blocked this move, if I was in your position, I'm mashing crouch light kick and I'm probably gonna either interrupt this or get a punish anyway.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
So specifically against this move, you gotta be ready to punish it. Generally speaking, like most air normals, if you block them on the ground, yes, you don't get your turn. But also, if you block them in the air and you land, you lose all block stuns, so you can't try to poke out.
Okay.
And that's one of the things you really want to do against all these kickers. Actually maybe not. But Beowulf jumping heavy punch, if you block it too close and you're in the air, you will land before the Beowulf does. Because the way it's like it like block stun like works is that it'll like spike you to the ground immediately. Block it. Most sort of like spike like moves will do that. Bella jumping heavy kick is an example. Double jumping heavy punch is kind of like an example, but not really.
Yeah.
And Big Ben jump light kick is really not like that. Bella jumping heavy kick and Parasol jumping heavy punches are the easiest ones to out that they block them, you immediately get spiked on the ground. And once you are on the ground, you lose. You can hit buttons. You're no longer on block stuns, so there are reversal or buttons, or just block. But if you have the opportunity to mash a button, why wouldn't you? It's skullgirls, not block girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, you lose this punish. Again, you here. You know PBDCA, like I don't.
No, I know what it is.
Yeah. So you can PBDC here. Where is it? The heck? Where was it? There's like a PBDC opportunity here somewhere. I can't see it with the block. Kind of annoying. Yeah, like I think here you can probably PBDC. Yeah, you can PBDC here. Because during your blocking, because what you do is when you block here, right? Oh, you actually.
Yeah.
No, you try to call assist. You specifically cannot call assist while you're trying to PB.
Okay.
But what you do here is you actually block. You see when you're blocking low here, you're actually in purple guard.
Yep.
Purple guard means you're actually blocking both ways, and that can only happen on the ground while you're push blocking. And when this purple guard is out, you are now you're out of PBDC. You could reversal here.
Wait, so is purple is that all guard or like guard cancel?
Purple is all guard, so in the air you can't be high load, right? So when you block in the air, you're always purple.
Yeah.
But if you PBDC, also you saw it there as well. You block the thing. Right now you can't be high load, so you're in the air.
Okay. Yeah.
And now you're on the ground now, and you can block low, so dark blue is blocked.
Alright.
But purple means blocking always. So what you did was you blocked low, and you push. You're in the low state, so you block low here, push blocking in high. And that means, now you could. I'm pretty sure you could do it there. Yeah. So you didn't have to take all of that block string. You could PBDC and punish. PBDC uppercut is pretty good. PBDC Gregor is pretty good too. I probably like doing uppercut.
Okay.
But yeah, that's another thing you want to look for is like you don't want to let Beowulf get away with these long strings like this.
Yeah.
You can mash here, like you can mash so long though. Another thing is you'd like try to call your assist way too often. Like Trish is already backed off here. Thankfully your assist doesn't get punished here, but now you have to block some shit, and now your assist is not available at the moment. Hold it.
Yeah.
Call it here. And now again you like jump back and call assist again. Another thing again, there's like if you block the assist, if you block on the ground, sorry. If you're generally just on the ground and call the assist, you have better control over when you can go in. Whereas if you jump away, you don't have like, you have to air dash back in, air ball back. And now you sort of lose all your pressure, and your assist is gone now. And your assist got hit. And when your assist gets hit, your assist gets locked out for slightly less than 2 seconds. Which is pretty important. Especially against chair toss. Because if Trish does chair toss,
Yep.
you see double is like knocked down over here.
Yeah.
The double has to like get up from getting knocked down, and then she has to leave, and then the 2-second cooldown starts happening.
Yeah.
So you want to call your assist in situations where like if the assist gets hit, you can capitalize off it, which you sort of do, not really, but it ends up happening kind of. Oh, it's because. And then you miss this confirm again. Are you trying to throw, I guess, or something?
No, I think I just missed it. I'm not used to like confirming off that. That's just something I'm trying to like do more often now.
You can probably stand light punch, heavy punch. Probably work.
Yeah.
And then you don't confirm. What you really should be practicing is confirming off this and not going into the launcher.
Yeah, that's.
Because if you go into the launcher like this, you are dead here if Trish jumps in with a button instead of air throwing and not looking at the screen. If you get hit here with crouching or with jumping heavy punch, you get heavy counter hit and pretty bad. So what you gotta do is like stop your confirm here. You know how to practice that, right?
Stop to confirm. Which one?
Stop the confirm at the standing medium kick. Don't do the launcher.
Oh, is that less minus than the launcher?
Yes.
Ah,
But also, if most people in this in Oceania will react to 2 hits and then push block immediately. And because of that, your launcher whiffs here, and you might actually get punished. Some.
okay. Yeah.
Not always, but like in this situation, you couldn't really be. But like if Trish actually read you doing the drill, you would have got bodied.
Yeah.
Because you jump heavy punch, then nothing stuff happens. But if you stop at the stand medium kick, you now have frame advantage because they push block you away, which means. And like now you can go in again. And if you are better at confirming, if you had your assist available, which you don't right now, but like if you had your assist available, like you see the 2 hits get blocked, you call your assist right now, and now you get more pressure.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
So you either go into the combo if you see it hit, or you go into you call your assist and go into more pressure. I will show you a video. Teaches you how to hit confirm. It's made by some idiot. Take it with a grain of salt.
Right, yeah.
So
Nice, yeah.
what was I gonna say? Yeah, watch that video if you have time. Like hit confirming is really good.
Yeah.
It mentions like 1 hit confirms. Don't bother with that. Nobody can do it. So anyway, but you still get punished regardless. Now you're getting hit by Beowulf. Drop the combo. You kind of want to take out of the corner here. Autopiloting and taking into the corner is pretty bad. I wouldn't recommend. Yep. Matter. I was gonna say bad reversal, but didn't matter. Great reversal.
Yeah.
This is a really bad push block by Trish, but it's okay. I can explain why, but the incoming here is pretty bad.
Yeah, that's a bad one. Yeah.
What you kind of want to do is like threaten either air throw or meaty. Not really. Either a meaty air throw, like immediately air throw as soon as the goal breaker here is coming in. Or like delay your buttons and like try to fake them out with like an air fake, like don't do anything and jab or something, that would probably be your best bet. Once you establish that mix up, then you can do this other thing. But the main mix up I would always recommend is, at least with double, is either instant air throw as soon as they come in, right when they're coming in. You want to be getting right when this happens. You kind of want the air throw to land like around about this time. So you either do that, or once they start trying to take the throw, you can like do nothing and they'll whiff an air throw and you can.
Yeah.
Once you establish that mix up, then you can start doing toss up here. Because otherwise Trish can just double jump out and does.
Oh yeah.
You miss your confirm. Gets the jump on that. Yeah, again, like if you were good at hit confirming, you would stop at the crouching medium punch and then like delay the gunshot or something. Instead, what actually happens here is, because you're the way the game works is that if you get push blocked but you hit them again while they're in the block state, you don't get pushed back anymore.
Okay.
And because of that, you can like, because you don't get pushed back, it opens up punish opportunities that otherwise wouldn't exist. Like, because otherwise, if you just stop at crouch medium punch, you get pushed around like around about the space over here. And then if they try to jump in, like, that's cool that they just read you. But right now what happens is, like, Trish can just hold up forward. There we go. Trish can just hold up forward like this and get a punish on you. It drops like 3 bazillion combos. You take out of the corner, which is nice. But now, that's the other thing I wanted to mention. Because you're defensive, like on defense, you are autopiloting, holding assist, and up backing at the same time. You actually don't recognize that you don't have an invincible here with Philia, so you can't do that.
Yeah.
You just gotta like block.
Okay.
Can't call assist here. I wouldn't recommend calling assist like that. You can make it work. Like lockdown assist can work defensively. The main thing is you gotta cover the startup, but you can't do that right now because you're getting immediate. And again, not again. This happens. That's another thing you probably have, like autopilot, where you push block and then dash crush leg kick. That's like not gonna working as double. Like that's like a big no. Because double players, like, if you don't push block the double, they can only low throw. Like they don't have like that much frame advantage, right? But if you push block them away, they will always do another jump in just because double players are stupid and they'll.
Okay, yeah.
This is general meta thing, and your dash crash leg kick does work against some options, but they're not very common, and the reward is actually not that high either. I mean, you get a hit, I guess it's pretty good, but like the expected value of that like crouch leg kick in this meta is not good.
Yeah.
Like, do you understand the concept of expected value versus the concept of risk reward?
Sorry, could you say that again?
Do you understand the concept of expected value versus the concept of risk reward?
Sort of, yeah.
Expected value, I actually don't know where it comes from, but expected value generally is if you go for this option, how often will it actually?
Yeah.
Whereas risk reward is like how risky it is and what the reward. So things can have high risk, high reward, but things can also have high expected value, and they're like independent factors of each other.
Yeah.
Right? So at a lower level, I think the easiest way to get better is to do things that have high expected value, regardless of the risk reward. To a certain extent. Obviously, like, don't like just do stupid garbage, because it has like a high tendency of working. Because if anybody just like does like blocking or something, probably lose. So like doing things that have high expected value and low risk, high reward are like the main things you want to go for. And this is one of them. This thing is a high expected value because nobody anti-airs it, so like it doesn't have any risk to it. Its reward is pretty big because it hits, and its expected value is like it'll generally hit if they do anything but right, which is pretty high because I'll block here. That's cool. Again, like you're like really running into these things. Like you gotta wait. Like, yes, you don't have the life lead, but like you have a ton of time on the clock. It's kind of just waiting. Not a lot of pressure on you. You don't gotta go fast. And now the main reason I tell you to chill out is because you're a 2-man squad. Anytime you lose your other member, like your like overall team strength goes down 6. Yeah. If you think of a trio, for example, if you lose one character in a trio, they still have 2 characters to work with. They have partners. Yeah. They have alpha counters. They have assists. They have DH. You don't have that anymore. So keeping your 2-man band in tandem is really important. As a duo player, I would always recommend learning ways and keeping ways in mind to like keep your characters safe. Okay. One way to do that with Philia, if you have double point, is to do like some monster, like just like gun into monster and then tagging or something, because then they can't punish quite as strong. Double actually is a pretty good option against it, which double can do a slide combo, the slide, and then like push you away or whatever, and that's typically gonna probably not the best. But like it works against other characters who will try to launch you and combo you horizontally across instead of doing a bunch of cross-ups and hitting you. But again, like with Philia, you like your approaches are like with Philia you jump in and hairball. With double you do a bunch of dashing. Gotta like do more options. Again, here's one of the things you could like do more super jumping. That could be good as well. That mix-up is cheap, don't worry about it. I generally don't tell people like how to deal with mix-ups. I think that's missing the point.
Yeah.
Unless there's like a really easy thing that you could be doing better, like if you get wrong on a mix-up, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Cool. You missed the confirm here, but Trish is smashing. Nice, love to see it. Yeah, Trish is a constant upbacker, and also because Trish has 5 bars, any reversal into band level 5 is going to be safe. You don't want to reverse. You don't want to reset double on the ground if you can do that.
Okay. Yeah.
So either launch her and do a air throw versus push bait, or like launch her and then like do a high low before she can like land. Pretty important. Again, like your main default is up back and do the thing. Wait. See, like what is happening right now? It's not a lot happening to you right now. I probably wouldn't try to push block the cat heads as much as I can, as much as you are. The main reason is that push blocking cat heads means that, you know how I talked about way back when the Beowulf thing was happening, that you can get PBGC here or whatever.
Yep.
Way down the back. Way. I need to super way to that. Yeah, like here you saw that there was a big gap, right? Yeah. And in the gap you can change your god stances. Similar things can happen to when you do the double things. What actually happens is that it actually happened to Trish, I'm pretty sure. Oh, actually. Or you were. Sorry, it went back really far. Yeah, it actually happened here. Like this. If you keep them in constant block stun, like if they're in block stun from one move, they don't have to go like block left right. They like actually block all cross ups, like the game just blocks it for them. But that doesn't happen when you push block, because you lose blocks, like you're out of block stun, like now you're over, and now you see that like Beowulf isn't in block stun anymore.
Yeah.
That wouldn't happen if they didn't push block.
Okay.
Now Beowulf gets hit because you. That's the biggest reason you don't want to do that.
Ah, right.
The push blocking in the middle of cadets is actually really, really not recommended.
Okay.
But you end up doing it anyway. Beat it up again. Do a bunch of this, dropped a bunch of combos, whatever. Again, do the thing. You can do the same thing here, by the way. That Trish did to you, where you can just hold up for string, that is. Here on this string, just hold it forward and you'll be.
Oh, okay.
Because what happens is that the gunshot, you will like out of blocks in here.
Yep.
And like you can like jump now, I think. Doesn't show you when you're out of. Kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But because you're like the biggest reason it doesn't show it is because when you hold down back, you're in the block low state. That's why it doesn't. Whereas in the Beowulf example, because you went over, the down back input that was previously blocking low is no longer blocking low over down forward.
Yeah.
So then they couldn't block anymore. That's why the green. Whereas here you continue to block low, so you can't really see. You can use that in training, like when you're practicing or whatever, to see when blocks and like set up hitboxes and like block like a multi-hit move and then like just don't block anymore, and then when it's back to green. Again, you actually not a great example here, but like see you're out of blocks now when you land.
Okay.
But because of all of that, if you up backed again, you would have blocked the jumping heavy punch in the air, and then like because you block it in the air, you would not have as much blocks done.
Yeah. Okay.
Not get out necessarily, but like you could like mash or something.
Yeah.
What I like doing here is I like to see this H train, and I am immediately hitting like crush like a crush medium. It wouldn't work here because double is really far away, but generally speaking, if double is like here, which double happens to be sometimes if you're doing things like your crutch light kick will like crutch liking into crutch medium kick will actually catch the double as well, and regardless of if that string hits or gets blocked, going into the launcher there is really good because then you launch the assist pressure out of it. If you like normally if you block, right, you can't jump cancel on block, right?
Yep.
But if the point blocks something and the assist gets hit by the launcher, if the point blocks the launcher and the assist gets hit by the launcher, you can actually jump cancel it.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Oh, it's just like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah. And because of that, you actually get more pressure opportunity.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, it gives like a Guilty Gear jump cancel in the middle of your pressure, which is kind of nuts. Generally doesn't happen. Even in Marvel 2, which the game is inspired from, that doesn't happen. It happens only in... I think it's...
Yeah.
You know what? That would be insane. Oh, where are we? But anyway, it doesn't really matter because double is really far away. And again, like you do the thing and then you immediately throw the hairball to get up close, and it's not your turn really. Because the further you block the gunshot from this gunshot here, the further you block it from, the more frame advantage double has, which makes sense, right? Because the more the projectile travels, the more
Yeah.
the earlier double recovers compared to when you projectile.
Yep.
Right? You can't act here. Like this is no acting zone. This is blocking zone. Good double combo actually kills you here. You're actually 1000% dead. And again, like you're up backing and air dashing. Yeah, again, I mentioned the thing where you should try to do an air reset instead. Again, you do the thing. Yeah, just block. Yep, not happening to you. Again, wouldn't recommend push blocking because the longer you stay in block stun, you can't be left-righted. So block and you'll be fine. You also get out because this cat hit pressure is terrible. You end up getting this. Pretty good F right here. Do you see why?
Not really. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, that's fine. Do you see that there's like Undizzy over here?
Yeah.
Watch where the Undizzy goes.
Yeah. Okay. See it.
So Undizzy gets drained over time.
Yep.
And it's like 6 ticks per frame or something like that. I don't know why I know this. My life is ruined. That's why I know that. But the biggest reason you want to wait here is one, they could reversal. Happens to. And two, the longer you wait, their Undizzy gets drained. Now you air throw somebody at 0 Undizzy. 30, 60, 75 or something like that. I just did some math. Yeah, 75 Undizzy. So you drain the 75 Undizzy by doing absolutely pretty good. So this is a good idea, and it's good habit building for when you want to coming, especially when you're solo. Especially if you kill somebody with like a bunch of supers or whatever, like you'll do a bunch of damage. It's good practice with every single character.
Yep.
And it's like sort of hear this and you think that's contradictory to the idea I had, right? Where you're immediately whatever. But that's generally speaking, like if they have no one dizzy on them whatsoever, you want to go for that mix. It's even still fine to do it right now, but that's because they only had 75 and dizzy to work with, or you'd only spent 75 and dizzy. But it's also a good idea to just do that anyway. Just like wait a lot when you do an incoming, especially with solo affiliate. I just like waiting because one, they could reversal in a stupid way, and two, like it. You miss your confirm here, which is pretty bad. You can air dash cancel and then combo.
I think. Can I still air dash out of that? Because I think I air dashed into a throw. So I think I had to super there. I'm not too sure.
That's. No, it's a media throw.
Okay.
I don't see any air dash. There's also no reason not to just input the air dash anyway.
Yeah.
Because if you do the dash cancel off the air ball and you don't have a dash cancel, nothing like doesn't like penalize you or anything.
Yeah.
And if you get the dash cancel, then you just confirm off it and then big Chombini. But because of that, you get put in this weird scramble and you get open. And again, the main reason you got opened up here is because you're like, whenever you block something, sometimes you can do a bit differently. Whatever, you get killed here. So, spent 50 minutes on one match. Nice. I'm just looking at my OBS.
Yep.
So, we can either watch another match of you, or I can try to find my matches against Trish and see. Which one do you prefer? Also, first of all, I should say all of that before any questions about anything I've mentioned. I've like thrown a lot of trivia and a lot of info at you without like a lot of strict cohesion, which I wish I had a bit more of. But we can go back and summarize things better once we watch this match again. If we can do that.
I think most of it was pretty good. Cause I could probably just like go back and rewatch it if anything's confusing.
Mhm.
And Do you think watching another match would be better, or probably watching you versus Trish?
What we can do first is we can watch this match again, and I can try to be really specific with what things you should work with right now, because I've thrown a bunch of info at you, and like some of it will be like important right now, some of it really much, but I can focus on like, okay, don't quality assist here, that's pretty bad.
I think
Just to wrap it up, and then maybe we can look in my matches or something just to see like how I would do this. Does that seem fair?
Wait, I think you cut out. Could you say that again?
Oh, okay. We can watch this match quickly again. I'm not gonna stop anywhere, unless you have questions, and you can talk to me like, hey, like the things that I'm mentioning. What are the key things we need to be focusing on because there's a few things we can sort of tackle right now that are really important, a little bit long term.
Yeah.
And like I don't have to end up bothering you with a bunch of minute information that like doesn't really change a lot of things about your play.
Yeah.
And then maybe we can watch my match. Try to find one of my matches.
Yeah. Well, I think like I think if you like tell me like the big problems with me right now, I think that'd be a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Yeah.
Cool. We'll just watch this match over without stopping.
Yeah, easy.
The first thing is you want to get away safely, which you do by backdashing right now. And then you want to like vary up your approach and don't call your system ways that gets punished. You get this confirmed, which is nice. Get this combo. Missed the thing, but whatever, doesn't matter. You up back and call assist, which means that you don't really get the pressure here. You want to poke there, that's really, really, really important. Very specific build, specific thing. Up back and call assist, not that great. Again, you do the same approach every time. You get punished for this, because you can't confirm. Combo happening. Whatever, safety 18, nice, that's nice. Trish did the push block during cat heads, don't do that if you do a better incoming here. With meaty air throw and stuff like that. Also hit confirm by doing 2 hits instead of 3. Don't call up back and assist, that's the only option there. You also only do dashing crush like kick with double. Again, up back call assist on defense. Build. Again, the same approach every time. Same approach every time. This time it's get annihilated. You're probably dead here, but Trish goes for a dumb reset. Upsetting. That looked different, but that's because you messed up and you didn't get it back again. Hit the kick. Do the same approach again. Same defensive habit actually worked out here though, so that's pretty good. Same defensive habit, but it worked out here. Let's go. Cool. The main things are very, very like same defensive habits every single time, and which is like up backing and calling an assist, or if you don't have assist, back in the things, or with double you dash and crush like kick everything.
Yeah.
And there's another one, the hit confirm thing. So practice hit confirming, but on 2 hits. So what you want to do is crush like kick, stay medium kick with Philia, or crush like kick. Even stay medium kick is probably still fine with double, but you can do crush like kick, crush medium.
Yeah, yeah.
And the main thing you want to do when you hit confirm practice, don't do the thing on block, and do the thing on hit. So what you want to do is like naturally just go into the sequence when it hits, but when it gets blocked, you want to recognize and stop it.
Yeah.
It's easier to stop yourself from doing something rather than like putting your brain to hit the button.
Yeah.
That's like a cool mental trick that helped me like when I was 7 billion.
Okay, yeah.
It's like much easier to stop yourself from hitting the button than actually hit. I think so.
Yeah.
When you're trying to hit confirm practice that. And another thing is like don't up back call assist. You want to do more different things. And it'll come with practice when you can when you can't do these things. like when you should call, when you should actually up back and call, shouldn't. And one of the things that can help you is like watching your own replays over and over, and like playing a short set and then going, okay, like, was my defensive habit a good option here? Wasn't. And if you're unsure, I mean, you can send me a DM of like a clip, or like tell me like, hey, was this a good idea? Was this a bad idea? I can like tell you that. Not like hard for me to. Okay, like here are the few things you could have done.
Yeah. Easy. Yep.
And now we can, if you want to watch my match.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
There we go. I'm playing solo Philly, so this will be important. I'm not calling any assist. I'll see how this goes. If it goes bad, I'm just gonna skip it. I want to see a match of me doing well.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Because if it's going bad, then I don't really care.
Yeah.
Never mind, this match sucks. Stupid thing. The in. This match also sucks. Maybe a Philly robe match would be nice. Use beam, which is a different. I wish I could filter by character. Oh, there we go. This will be. So you see how I'm doing pressure?
Yeah.
I'm doing a bunch of IED jump light punch. And that's really, really, really good. Like, they can't stop you from doing IED jump light punch, jump light kick without like having to hit a button specifically.
Okay.
I mess up my brush bait. Yep, I just block. I shouldn't have. I brush a little bit. Okay, I think I messed up. Okay. I always mash reversal against Trish. It's like not. I just always do it anyway. Whatever. I messed that up. I'm so bad. The free friend here. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I scramble here, which is whatever. Cool, get the hit. See, I reset the character in the air.
Yeah.
Here I did the reset on the ground just to mix it up sometimes. See how I just wait?
Oh. Yeah.
I wait for a reversal, I don't see it, then I mash throw. You see that? Like, did you see that?
Could you go backwards?
Yeah. Cool. And this is like duo damage coming in as well.
Yeah.
I missed the confirm because I'm bad, but that's okay. See so much undizzy at the moment on Big Band?
Yeah.
It's either 169.
Yeah.
Undizzy drains a little bit, 96. And now it's all drained. Now I just go back. Because I didn't see a reversal, and I know it. All the undizzy that Big Double had,
Yeah.
it's all gone just because I waited. Like, Double had this much undizzy. Or like, Trish had this much undizzy. And just because I waited, none of that is there anymore. I do the Trombini. And that's again another fundamental thing, is look at my Philia life solo.
Yeah.
Anytime if the Philia gets hit by any stupid thing, she's gonna die, and I don't want that, so I put her in the back now. And now I'm not calling Philia for a while now. I want Philia to heal her life a little bit. I mess up the copter, but that's okay. And this is general Robo vs band things. It's not super important because you don't play Robo anyway. Do you? Actually, I think you do, right?
Robo? Nah.
Okay. Somebody else. But yeah. Another thing is like, again, a fundamental thing. I never call assist when my assist is really low, and I am like fearful of for their life.
Yeah, yeah.
But the main thing is I try to save both characters. That's like a thing you want to think about as you're playing, but like don't focus on it right now. Keep it in the back.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, generally speaking, I don't know if that was watching that match was.
No, I think it was good. Just, I think yeah, there's some things I could get from that.
Yeah. I don't know if there's like a ton of great matches like that. I can try to send you some stuff that I have saved. But I have to look for it. They're like
Yeah, no idea.
1600 replays. Kind of annoying. If I play a set like immediately, I'll like send it over. And if I think it's like a good set from my end,
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, it's up to you if you want more match analysis, or if you just want to play me and like tips and stuff like that, or like if you have any questions about it. Always, like, if you want to ask me anything, especially with regards to like you watch a replay and then go, I don't know, good idea what I did here, good or not, just send me the replay files and I can have a. It's not that big of a deal. I'll just, or either I'll be like, yeah, I'm at work, I can't really tell you, or direct me my study. But yeah, hopefully this was helpful. Let me know if it's not, or if it is helpful. Like swag, I'll put this up on YouTube. Any questions before we cut this off?
Just a question with like calling assists.
Hmm?
Is it is like the up backing thing like a general rule of thumb, just like to never do, or is like fine sometimes?
It's fine sometimes. So obviously, like the biggest thing, if you stay on the ground and call a defensive assist, the best thing that they can do against that is grab you, right?
Yeah.
Because they'll grab you and their throw happens and the assist will just phase through you as they. So if you up back and call assist, that'll beat them like throwing you. And if they do like a bad low, which left the ground before they could grab you, work. And up back and call assist is also good if you try to block, if you do the chicken block thing, where you block the move in the air and or whatever, instead of like having to do a mix up like an up back and call assist, you'll block the move so you'll be in no block stun, and then you'll be spiked to the ground depending on. And like your assist is now coming out, and you have in case of elbow. That means they really can't do stuff after they block it. They do that move and you block it in the. That's pretty good there, but I wouldn't necessarily call it on defense quite as much. Other things to do is like, down backing and calling assist is pretty good as well. And doing standard reversals with your own character is pretty good as well. The biggest reason you don't, especially as a duo, you don't want that is Beowulf is not very good at it, but other characters will be like really good at doing happy birthday combos. Beowulf is actually really, really bad at it. But other characters are a lot better at it, and they will absolutely happy birthday you and double snap you if they can. If you guess wrong. Which, if you up back and call assist, you get lowered and then you get destroyed. I mean, if you stand block, it's the same.
Yeah.
That means, like, sometimes if you down back and call assist, that'll work as well.
Yeah.
So just a few things to sort of keep in mind. But yeah, anything about that? Does that help?
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. Got some things I can take away from that session.
Cool. Yeah. I'll put this up on YouTube. Like, feel free to basically message me at any time about like trying to get in touch with. Or anything. This is like my last week of uni, like preparation, and then next week is like I gotta be at uni during the day or whatever, and I'm play you whatever.
Right, yeah, alright.
And then like till mid-January, I'm basically thing. So like ping me for games basically.
Okay, yeah, sure thing.
No worries. I'll put this up on YouTube basically now, and I'll link it to you. It's there. Alternatively, subscribe to my YouTube.
Yeah.
Other questions, obviously hit me up in DMs basically whenever, that's fine. Or you can first post in the affiliate or general game.
Yeah.
Whichever one you prefer. But yeah. Good?
Yep, everything's good.
Cool. And no worries.